Today let's work out a few problems from profit and loss, the concepts of which we have already covered in another video whose link is given in the description below. The question is, if the selling price of 15 books is the same as cost price of 20 books, find the profit or loss percentage. We don't know the selling price or cost price of one book, and we are not asked to find out the actual profit or loss. It's about finding profit or loss percentage. In such questions, as I have already shown before in questions on percentage, we start with whatever is not given as a convenient number. For example, let me choose a CP of one book as 1 rupee. Then write the data given here. What does it say? Selling price of 15 books given to be cost price of 20 books. This will be 20 on the basis of this assumption proportionally. Now we have found out SP of 15 books as 20 rupees. So find out CP of the same number of books, which will be what? That will be 15 as per this assumption. Now we've got the cost price and selling price of the same number of books, so we can immediately find out profit of 15 books. Now what is the question about? So it's a case of profit, so let's find out profit percentage. Profit percentage, as I have shown to you before, is denoted by small p, and you take the absolute profit divided by CP into 100. This is a way to find out, or rather convert absolute profit into profit percentage. So absolute profit 5 rupees. This is for 15 pence. So you take the corresponding CP of 15 pence, which is 15 into 100. This on simplification 33 and 1/3%. So this is the final answer to the question. The second question is this. I sold an article at a profit of 25%. Had I sold it for rupees 500 less, I would have made a loss of 25%. Find my cost price. It's about finding cost price, which is an absolute number. So preferably you may choose it as some variable. Then there are some percentages given. See, profit of 25%. 25% of what? That's 25% of cost price. Again, there is a loss of 25%. Again, 25% of what? 25% of the cost price. As you know, profit and loss percentage calculation is always done on cost price. They don't mention it here. See, percentage has no existence unless you clearly mention so much percentage of something. When it is implicit or understood, we just omit it, like 25% we say. Actually, this is 25% of cost price. So read it like that. Now, this is the cost price, and sold at a profit of 25% means how much would be the first selling price, rather the high selling price, the higher selling price, selling price, as I have discussed in my previous video, is given by CP into a suitable number which is related to the profit percentage. If it is 25%, 1.25, and CP is assumed to be X. So this will work out to so much is the first selling price. That gives it profit. Now how do you calculate the second selling price? Maybe you can call this one second selling price. Again, same CP, and it's a loss of 25%. So how do you calculate that? CP is X into, if it is 25% loss, that suitable number with which this is multiplied is 0.75. 100 minus 25, then put a decimal. This is how you find out SP, which is 0.75x. Now they say this selling price, when reduced by 500 rupees, you get this selling price. So you can form an equation. This is what they mean. This was the first selling price. It's reduced by 500 rupees to arrive at the second selling price. This is The meaning, had I sold it for 500 rupees less. Less from what? From the first selling price. I would have made a loss. And corresponding to the loss, there is a selling price. So this is the, rather the reduction in the selling prices is 500. I hope this is clear. Now you just solve for it. Take this to the left side. Now this comes to so 1000 rupees, my cost price, right? That is the final answer to that question. Now there is a shorter way to approach this problem. If you understood this, I will show you the other method. Like I said before, there is a cost price which is assumed to be X, then 25% above this cost price. That is the first selling price. Then 25% below the cost price, which is the loss 25%. So you move from profit 25% to loss 25%. How much is that? That linear movement will be 50%. 25 to 0, again 0 to further down 25. So totally he is reducing the price rather by 50%. And 50% of what? X. 50% of X is the reduction in the selling price. And the reduction is given to be 500. So you can solve for X again. This is 50 by 100 into X equal to 500. So X is equal to, this is just, what is it, 1 by 2. It will go up. So you get 500 into 2 equal to 1000. This way also, in one line, you can finish it off. There are certain cases where you will have to apply this approach and there won't be any other approach. But this is a simple problem. So this way also you can look at and come to the answer faster. So nothing wrong in learning this way, even though it's slightly longer. That's what I meant. Let me go through one more problem before concluding today's session. 1/3 of a certain quantity of apples was sold at 50% profit. 1/4 of the remaining was sold at 100% profit. At what profit percent should the remaining be sold to get an overall profit percent of 60 to 2 by 3%? We don't know the initial number of apples and the cost price of one apple. Let me choose a convenient number for that. Let 30 be the total number of apples initially. Let CP of one apple be 1 rupee. Let's divide that 30 into whatever parts. I think totally there are 3 parts. So 30 gets divided into 3 parts. Why did I choose 30? You can choose any number for the total number of apples, but 30 will help us ease the calculation. For example, we're talking about 1/3 of a number. So 1/3 you can easily find out. That will be 10 apples, 1/3 of 30. Similarly, 1/4 of the remaining. What will be the remaining number of apples? Totally 30, 10 removed, and the remaining number will be 20. And you are looking at 1/4 of 20, which will be 5. So 5 apples. Now 10, 5, 15 gone. Remaining number will be, the third part will be another 50. So this is the way the total number of apples gets divided. Now, on the basis of this assumption of one apple CP being 1 rupee, CP of 10 apples will be 10 rupees. What will be the selling price of 10 apples? Selling price will be cost price into 1.5, 50% profit. Otherwise also 50% profit means what they want is 50% of 10 as profit, which is 5 rupees. So you can write this way also, 15. This is the SP of 10 apples. Now look at the second part, which is 5. So CP of 5 apples is 5 rupees. Again, using this assumption, and the corresponding SP will be, on this 5 he wants a 100% profit. 100% profit you get if you double the price. I mean 5 rupees worth should be sold at 10 rupees. Okay. Now you look at the remaining part. CP of 15, that's 15. Now we need to find out SP of so much. Actually we are asked to find out the profit percentage on the remaining. To get that profit percentage, we need to get SP of the remaining, which is 15. How do you find out SP of the remaining? If you combine these two, what do you get? SP of, sorry, here I made it 10. This is wrong. SP of 5, not 10. SP of 10 in the previous case. So combining these two, you will have SP of the first two parts, that's 15, that will be 10 is 15, 5 is 10. So putting them together, you get the total selling price, 25 rupees. What does the question say? The trader expects 66 2 by 3 percentage overall profit. This overall profit will be based on the total number of apples and the total CP of that. Now let's find out SP of total, 30. This is the total number of apples. This will be CP of 30 into how much? 66 2 by 3%. 66 2 by 3% means this should be increased by what? 66 2 by 3% is nothing but 2/3. Okay, so he expects totally 2/3 profit. CP of 30 is 30 rupees and 2/3 profit means 2/3 of 30, which is 20. So what he wants is CP of 30 plus, which is this is 30 and 62 by 3% is 2/3. So 2/3 of 30, it will come to 50. So overall selling price of 30 apples should be 50. He should get 50 rupees by selling 30 apples. Now totally he has 30 apples. Totally he wants 50 rupees. From 15 you go 25. So from the remaining, that means here, this is the one I am writing again here. Okay. From this he should get the balance amount. 50 he wants to get, 25 he already has. So remove that, 25 rupees. So SP of this 15 must be 25 rupees. We know CP of 15 is 15 rupees. Okay, let me write absolute profit. Absolute profit will be this minus this. Okay, which is 10 rupees. Now, therefrom, you will get profit percentage using the basic result, which is 10 by 15 into 100. This on simplification, what do you have? 2 by 3, and that will be equal to 66 2 by 3%. So this is the final answer to the question. The last part of the apples should be sold at 66 and 2 by 3%. If there is any step you're still unable to follow in the discussion of these three problems, I would request you to do two things. One, go back to my previous video explaining the basic concepts of profit and loss. The second thing, you may raise these clarifications you need in the comment section. I will address it there. See you guys in my next video where I will help you with some more tricky problems and smart solutions to them. Bye for now.